On Saturday, someone did ask me, do I have any regrets when it comes to, this thing that I started in the year 2022 of just teaching people how to do imports, flying people to China, teaching people how to start businesses, and even giving them my factory outlets. So I thought that was a very genuine question, and no one has ever thought of asking me that. So I got it as a very good opportunity to not only respond to my friend, but to also do a video. Let's have a chit chat. Let me just tell you how the journey has been since I started teaching you guys how to do business, how to do imports, how this has affected me as a business person, and maybe how it has been. But before that, today I had a lot of unboxing. I was trying to shoot a video to do the unboxing because I had a lot of things that came in from China, some very high-end stuff and some very, baby stuff. But the unboxing didn't go as it was expected. Everything was everywhere. So I thought, why don't we just arrange everything and put it together as we have our talk? I'm waist training, as you can see. I'm having my little bitty kind of a waist here. If you would want to start selling these waist trainers as a business idea, you better contact me, because I have the best. I have the best factory outlet for this. It's a business that I have been selling for so many years, not less than 5 years. Can you imagine? So I have the factory outlets. If this is something that you'd want to do, just call me, or just not call. Just write to me, and we're going to talk. Now, first things first, I have a lot of washable bags. I always have a lot of this because when I'm packing, when traveling from one place to another, I use them to pack my products in the suitcase. So if it's clothes, I don't fold them directly on the suitcase. I fold and put them on these bags, and then put them on the suitcase. So I have so many of them, and I decided, because everything looks like a mess, all the pencils are here and everything, I think I need to put them right here for preservation purposes as we talk. So I do enjoy buying my babies a lot of school stuff. This is a culture that I got from my dad. Anytime my dad would travel out of the country, my daddy would come with a whole suitcase of pens, pencils, books, files. And I said to myself, once I grow up, I'll also do the same to my babies or to my children. So I always have a lot of them. Imagine I was trying to unbox this thing and everything was out. So I think this is a very good idea of just putting things together. I'll try to be a bit quick as we discuss how it has been since I started teaching you guys how to do imports. Oh, it has been a journey. I'm telling you that for sure. It has been a journey. In the beginning, it was sweet, it was smooth. That is from year 2022, April 17. That is when I did my first class, teaching people how to do business, all the way to, I think, August or September. Then, as I had taught, I think, around 2,000 people at that stage. Yeah, at that stage, by those few months, I'd taught that number of people. Then I had an interview with our girl, Lynn Googie. If you don't watch Lynn, just go and watch her content. It's so awesome. And she's a big thing. So what happened? I blew. Apart from now my TikTok and my social media community and the few people that I was teaching, now the thing grew to something very big, where I was seen by thousands, thousands if not millions of people after her interview from all over the world. She's very popular. She does very good content. Just go and watch her. So now that exposed me to all types of people. Let me put it like that. From all over the world. I'm grateful to God because I managed to teach and I'm still teaching. We just had a virtual conference on Saturday at night. It had people from, you know, all over the continents and all over the world. So it was something great. But everything that is beautiful comes with its own challenges. If I may put it like that, it came with so many challenges. But I'm glad and happy that in my medical school, one of the things that I did in the medical school is I took psychology as a common course. I actually don't know if I had not taken psychology in school, whether I could have been able to teach more than 10,117 of you that I've taught there. I've been approached by all types of people, let me put it so. Some are scammers, yes, sorry to say so, but that is what it is. Some want to take advantage of you. Some genuinely want you to teach them how to do business, how to do imports. Some come with very out of this world proposals. Some do things to put you into temptations so that they can have something against you. I mean, it has been crazy. Let me put it like that. It has not been all sweet as most people would think. It has been crazy. I mean, someone looks or someone watches you on YouTube or someone watches you on Instagram and they are like, you know what, I think I can try to take advantage of this girl. And then they come in. We have had even situations where people have written to us claiming that they have deposited a lot of money in our accounts, and that is money to be used in our business trips, and it's a lie. Can you imagine people accusing you of things that, oh my goodness, it's a lie. Once you keep insisting, because there is what we always ask for all our transactions, they cannot provide any of those documents, but they are still insisting that, you know what, I paid and all that. It has been funny until they later accept the fact that, you know what, we had not paid, we were just trying to, which doesn't sound so good in most instances. But you know what, we move regardless. Another major problem that I have experienced in my years of teaching you guys how to do business and how to do imports is there are so many people, mostly the local importers, that felt that I was not supposed to be teaching people how to do business and mainly how to do imports. You all know that imports is one of the topic that it's not everyone who is supposed to know. That is how they think, or most people feel, or most business people feel. Mostly those that are way established in the business. They always feel as if, why are you teaching people? Because before I started teaching people how to do imports, so many people would take advantage of, you know, people out here, because people don't know where to start and where to go. So I would find a lot of attacks from those groups of business people because they just felt as if I'm not supposed to be doing it. But that ended. I think the last attack we had from importers was in the first quarter of year 2023. That is a closed page. I think they all came into an agreement and felt that I'm not going to stop doing whatever I'm doing because of, you know, the allegations and all that. The major problem is finding people who have ill intentions joining our squad, and not only joining our squad, but just trying to have agendas that they are pushing. But you know what? I'm grateful because I'm super grounded in, you know, I have a good foundation when it comes to God and my spirituality. I've seen God really protecting me from very, you know, things that were supposed to put me in a situation where it could have messed up my life. But you know what? That is why I keep on trusting my intuition. If anyone comes to us, doesn't matter how good the deal sounds, and a voice speaks to me and tells me no, it doesn't matter who that person is, we don't work with them. But the key thing is psychology, the one that I did in school as a common course. And also because I've done deeply psychiatry. I've done psychiatry deeply. I mean, when I talk of deeply, is deeply, I've read. That is one of the things that we cover in the medical school. I'm trying to get something to open this thing because I don't know. Okay, oh, I was supposed to remove this. I do get a lot of this for my babies. I need to preserve them well. I had arranged them in a weird way. Psychology has helped me so much as a course. I'm telling you that for sure. And also psychiatry has really helped me. I can always tell that this is a borderline. I can always tell that this is a histrionic. I can always tell, oh, I know what this one wants. Oh, I know what this one wants to take us to. Oh, I can read people's minds through even the emails. That's how good I am when it comes to. That is why I always tell people to write emails to me. Also for the purpose of record keeping. Because again, as I teach people, you find people that will say that they, you will find people that will claim that you did this, you told them this, you did this, and it's all a lie. So most of the times we have to go back to the emails. It doesn't matter whether that email was written to us 2 years ago, 9 months ago. We keep a lot of records for everything, and it has helped us big time. I can tell you that for sure. A lot of colors for my babies. This is what I'm supposed to give them. This is what they're supposed to use for the whole of the first quarter of year 2025. I just don't want them to misuse these things because they are very heavy. I try to ship them by air, and when I'm coming, and one is like 3 kgs. Can you imagine? So I'm always limited to being able to ship a lot because of its kgs. So I always want them to use them very, very well. We're going to work on these trench coats later. So I like it when my babies do a lot of journals. They journal a lot. I've taught them how to journal, and I get these books again from China. This consignment came in, cartoon themes, even for my baby boy. They're very nice. Mickey Mouse, they're very, very nice books. My kids can use them to journal and all that. Let me put that one there. Let me put this one there. Let me put the books there. So guess what I found? Guess what I found? A whole chocolate bar. It's a Swiss kind of from Switzerland. It's a very nice chocolate I buy for my babies, or I get my babies once I fly, and I never realized that I have a whole chocolate bar in my bag that I have not given my baby. So let me keep it here so that once they come, I can be able to remember that I need to give them. They're still in school. My kids have not closed school. I know most people's children have closed school, but mine, they're still in school. So I still have more pens and more pens and more pencils. So I'm trying to arrange these things because they are completely out of order. I think I'll get another bag. So I would want to pack the pens at one specific, not the jelly pens, in one bag so that they can easily trace them. I flew in with these ones also. Don't worry, they are not too much. My nieces must come during the holidays, and I have to give them as much as I can. So, and I have so many nieces. They're expected to visit me. They must visit me, actually. They know their aunt has some goodies for them, so they're just going to come and pick as much as they would want. And that's it. About the trips that we do, about the trips that we fly to China and all that, they have been beautiful. They have been beautiful with their own challenges, because it's always a very, very tiring kind of a trip. It's not easy because you have to walk a lot. That's the problem with China. You have to walk a lot. But they have been such a success. We do fly with them there. Actually, if you're supposed to fly to China, can you just join us in our next trip? That is happening in the month of March. We have an upcoming trip. It has been awesome trying to manage adults. Sometimes it's not easy, but I just love it. Imagine, I love it. Even teaching people how to do imports, I love it so much. I've seen over the years teaching someone who have never done business, and then they get into it and succeed so much in a way that it would shock you. I'm telling you that for sure. Oh, we have these. I never thought we have them. They must have. I don't know. I don't know where to preserve these. They're for my babies. So what I do, I buy a lot of colors. Let me just put them there. I buy a lot of colors, and then I buy the printing papers, and then they can always use the printing papers, the blank papers, to color, to write, I love buying books and anything to do with school, just as my dad used to do to us when we were babies. Very, very. So these are rubbers. I don't know whether you can be able to see. There are so many pencils that don't have rubbers. So the rubbers look like this. So I can always pick a rubber, or my baby can always pick a rubber and put on a pencil when they are using them. So that's how I use that. me put these ones in one place so that, and I need one or two. Let me put two aside. I have so much for sure. I have so much. It has been very beautiful teaching people how to do business. I have no regrets. Not even a single day. I have zero regrets when it comes to teaching people how to do business. God has kept me to see. Oh, where was it? Where is it supposed to be? I don't know. God has kept me alive to see all these people joining my class, learning how to do imports, learning how to start business, getting into e-commerce platforms, others doing containers and containers, others becoming millionaires. I mean, it comes with a lot of contentment when you see that, and I'm just a grateful girl. Despite the challenges, it has its own advantages, and that number of the people that come into my class maybe with ill motives is very, very, very small. It's not as big as, you know, you might think. No, it isn't. It's very, very small, if I may put it like that, and it does not have much effect. And again, as I said, I bless the Lord because, you know what, I'm well conversant when it comes to most of these things. And I'm just grateful that I cannot be easily manipulated into doing things by anyone that comes along my way because I'm well knowledgeable. I'm so grateful. Super, super grateful. So, I didn't show you this. For the HBs, I just bought them so that maybe my babies can use the HBs to do their exams. That's bag number 2. So many more. Now, I need to get another bag. I need to get another bag. A lot of pencils here. A lot of them. A lot of pencils. Now this is the beauty of being a young mom. You have so much of these very small things that you're supposed to do that make a lot of sense to your child. This is a mixture of different colors. Also, I think it's too much for what's happening. Wow. Let me put the rubbers here so that they can be able to access the rubbers anytime that they need to. I don't know. Why do do I even buy such in small parts? I'm just wondering. I think it just gives me a lot of gratification to shop all these pens and pencils. Actually, I'll have to put them aside for those two. These are their pencils also. I'll put them aside and know where to pack them. But number 3, it's too much. I told you this is too much. So I have a bag here now. I have a box that I need to put their everyday supplies, where they can easily go and grab a pencil. They can easily go and grab this and that. Oh. So I just put a few of them here. And that will be it. My experience. Someone just asked me my experience. My experience interacting with different nationalities, different people. How has it been in our business trips? It has been very, very beautiful. As I said earlier, you just to experience how different we are as human beings, maybe because of how we have been brought up or wherever we came from, or the culture of the countries that we come from. Mainly, let me give an example. When I get people from the US coming to China for our business trips, they will talk of things that you cannot, maybe you don't pay attention to or you've never noted. You'll hear them saying, oh, this person is racist, oh, this person, and maybe you've never thought of maybe a scenario of such kind being racism, but for them they see racism everywhere. Even as the supplier talks to them, sometimes they'll be like, oh, this one is racist. And you know, for us who are in Africa or in countries where we don't know what is racism and how it looks like and how it feels, we are not even sensitive to most of these things. So you understand such a person because of wherever they are coming from. In some other countries, maybe they're not very active in terms of walking a lot and all that. And when you go to China, you realize, oh, this is a walking nation. Sometimes it becomes very hard for them to maneuver. It is just different. Caribbean, very beautiful. People from Jamaica, very beautiful. Canada, very beautiful. Australia, very beautiful. But everyone with their own, I don't know how to call it. It has just been, we are very different, and it has been a beautiful experience. I've seen how also you as a person can really affect your progress in anything that you get yourself into, not because you are under attack of any demon, but maybe just because of how you speak to people, how you interact with people. I've seen it in our classes. I've seen people who have struggled to keep up with the others. I've seen people fighting for no absolute reason. Sometimes we are in China and someone is fighting the other because they are claiming that I came and told you about my home and my husband, and you're here telling everyone, and all of a sudden it's a whole fight between the two. Can you imagine? You've taken a business trip to China and you're there fighting because of a husband. Can you imagine? And it becomes a whole big deal. There's another trip that we did this year, and I remember a situation where we were in a hospital. There's one of us that was not feeling well, so we escorted them to the hospital, and they were people from the US, to be precise, and they are from West Africa, both of them, but I think one has been really raised in the US, and the other one went to the US at a later age. So one has the accent and the other one has a very mild accent, the West African accent there. And then we are in a hospital, and one asked the other, where were you born? And then the other says, you know, I was born in UK, and then we went to the US and all that. And then they started, the other one with the accent asked the other, if you were born in the UK and then went to the US, why do you speak Nigeria now? Now, why do you speak Nigeria now if you were born in the UK? And by the time we know it, it was a whole fight. It was a whole fight. I was there and some other people were there, and we would just watch them as they do their thing. And I thought it had ended there. After 2-3 days, the lady that had been told that she has an accent took that as a very offensive thing, and she was still pissed off until maybe the trip was done, and she would complain and she would report this one to me and telling me, this one, how can she tell me that I have an accent? Can you hear any accent as I talk? I've never had that from anyone. Can you imagine all the rants and all that? And I'm just thinking to myself, oh my gosh, we have so much to worry about in this world. Not just an accent. Everyone has one, depending on wherever they come from. It's not supposed to be a big deal. And let me tell you, me thinking to myself that it's not supposed to be a big deal, it was a big deal. And I saw how it messed the person that had been told that they have an accent throughout the trip. I don't think they even enjoyed the trip. I'm not sure whether they did, because then, so those are the things that I come across in my business trips. But again, it goes down to you. When we do the trips and all that, it's a 5 days, it's not a 5 days, it's a 17 days thing. After that, everyone is in their country. So it depends with how you want to make memories in that country. So I saw that and it was such a shocker. So apart from that, I see people enjoying a lot the travels and all that. So I'll put a few pens here for the babies. I'll put this here. This is mine. I should make a place where I don't know whether these books can fit, but I think they can. I'll just put them standing here. So for this, I'll preserve it as it is. I'll keep it in a place where they can be able to see. I'm also going to add some plain papers, a bunch of plain papers, so that they can be able to easily pick and use. Oh, we are doing well. I'm telling you for sure. I love slimes, by the way. I realized also I have a whole package of slimes that my kids don't know that I have them, so they can always remove a pack and use the slime to to just enjoy themselves as they try to model and just touch it and put it in different shapes. So I'm supposed to put it in a place that I can remember to give them today. Last but not the least, let's unbox the cashmere trinkets. They are very high end. I always tell you that in China you get whatever you want. Oh, oops. I always tell you that in China you get whatever you want. For this, they are very, very high end, very long. I would prefer to just hang them here because I'll iron them later. It's a very, very nice warm trench coat for a good season. And there are so many of them. I got different designs. I have a friend that I'm going to gift one. I don't know what color she would love, but I have a friend that I'm going to gift one. Wait a minute, did I ever pick this design? Okay. throw these away. And the brown one. Oh wow, this is cutesy, super cutesy. Let me just preserve them here. These are very, very high-end trench coats. Probably if I was to sell, I could sell $20, $200, the lowest price, or even more. I'm going to throw these ones away. That has been my experience of teaching people how to do business imports. I'll just say it has been beautiful. I've seen people doing great exploits. I've seen others that really didn't benefit so much from the program. Some not at all. And that always goes down to you as a person and how you do your things and all that. But the biggest number, I've seen people doing so well. And I must say, I've seen how your attitude towards anything can affect you. As a teacher of this whole imports and business thing, I've seen how your attitude as a person, it all goes down to you. Not blaming others, but it all goes down to you. What's your attitude towards something? I mean, I've seen people that have really been affected by their attitude. If you see everything is negative and you're always looking for someone to blame for a specific thing, that is why I'm not doing business. My Chinese supplier did this, that is why I've not done my order. Instead of going to Alibaba and just getting another one and another one and another one. Oh, I didn't get good response from the agent. Oh, I've seen people who even go into kind of a fight with an agent that has been my agent for 8 years. Like, we have been okay, but this person comes in for a few days, you guys, we are not in terms. I mean, what I can say is that I've learned that it all goes down to you as a person. You don't have anyone to blame, not at all. You don't have anyone to blame but you. And your success also is determined by you as a person, not anyone else. It is you as a person. So that has been my experience. Let me now clear the table, clear everything, and see you in the next video.